From the Bob Mills Weather Center, the Oklahoma weather expert, Travis Meyer.
And Craig, we got to go early there because they're out of barbecue by about 2 or 2:30 in the afternoons. Anyway, hey, could be a good weekend to be able to enjoy some things. It's been cold for us from Tulsa to north, 39 in Kansas City, 53 here in Tulsa. Ended up going back warmer in down around the Dallas area. Look at El Paso, 82 degrees and 60s were common up into areas even to Denver where it was in 30s yesterday. So the southern half's warm, northern half's cold. That just isn't a kind of a big surprise. And as we go forward, we have this storm system tomorrow, late afternoon, evenings, mainly east, but there is a slight chance from Tulsa southeast we could have a few severe storms. We're keeping track of this stream of moisture from out west because it just keeps on coming into California again. So they're getting flooding rains, and now they went from the worst drought ever to probably one of the bigger floods that could ever happen if we keep this up for much longer. As far as we're concerned, though, it's going to keep us, as that storm system comes through on Saturday night. Sunday and Monday are basically cold. They're chilly, so you'll need a jacket. And of course, it's spring break, so we're going to have just a brief warm-up on Wednesday, and then here's another system by Thursday. That transition zone, we'll have a chance of showers, and that's a winter mix there in that magenta color. That magenta is just plain doggone cold, and so it'll be cold enough coming in on Thursday, late afternoon or evening, and then that system moves on through, and it stays cold on Friday, Saturday, and unfortunately into Sunday. So most of our spring break week is not going to have a whole lot of warm weather associated with it. At least it's not going to rain every day, so we'll look at the bright side. And St. Patty's Day right at this moment does not look warm at all. Looks cold. And maybe some showers. There will be a transition. But we do have the warmest day of the week, the peak of the week, coming up next Wednesday when we expect to be between 65 and 75 degrees. So that'll be good news. All right, so we do have a few breaks in the overcast at this point. The clouds will roll back on in late tonight, but we're sitting at 50 degrees, 54% humidity. Temperatures throughout the metro, upper 40s to low 50s. We have dropped a little bit more up around Skiatook at 47, then over in Pryor and Wagner, you guys coming in at 48. So it is chilly. You can call it cold, but at least the winds have died down. And across most of Oklahoma now, upper 40s for us, 50s to the south, 60 at Idabel, and we're still at 63 in Guyman. Notice the red arrows, that's stronger south winds. We'll get some of those winds coming in out of the southeast around Tulsa, and then at Oklahoma City, they'll be out of the southwest. So there's kind of a merging going on right in this area tomorrow afternoon. So the threat of a few strong, isolated, severe storms will consist of probably some hail and some wind. That is probably our worst part of it. Most of the severe weather would likely be just south and east of Tulsa, but we do have a slight chance of those building up in Tulsa around 5 to 7 o'clock and then around until about 10, dropping off. And if you're around Tahlequah, Muskogee areas, you're going to be about 8 to 10 o'clock, and then it should be out of the state with just a few sprinkles left over. So here's how it plays out on Future View tomorrow morning. Moisture builds here in northeast Oklahoma, so we could have some patchy areas of drizzle from Tulsa north. Notice how chilly it is. And then as we go through the day, there's a big contrast in temperatures. We mentioned this yesterday. We'll be in the 80s in southwestern Oklahoma. And I think that maybe probably around 3 o'clock, Oklahoma City could be 82 or 83. And then we'll be in the 50s. And if we get lucky just for a little bit, we'll get into the 60s on the west side of town. East side could be in the 50s. That's how close it is right in the area. Then that front starts to move through and the storms pop up. And wherever they pop up, that's where good hail cores or bad hail cores will be located. That will track off to the east-southeast, and then by the time we get to midnight, it's gone. And cold air rushes in on Sunday morning, and we're looking for temperatures that will continue to struggle with maybe a patchy area of a sprinkle or two with temperatures in the 50s and about 60 down along the Red River. Monday is a cold day. It's just going to be cold. It's a very cold air mass, but we'll be 50, low 50s. And then you can see on Tuesday, we'll be back in the 50s. So that's not too awful bad. Best chances of showers will be coming up, as we said, for Saturday evening, and then again next Thursday into next Friday. All right, forecast looks like this. It is going to be chilly tonight. Not that bad for a Friday night in T-Town. For spring break, temperatures will be falling. In fact, midnight will be the coldest temperature at 42 or 41. And then we'll warm up even before the sun is rolling at 47 as south winds and southeast winds pick up. So it'll be breezy and kind of chilly with low clouds around. If you're southwest of Tulsa, you could have a few rays of sun and you might not feel too bad. But if you're north and east of Tulsa, we're going to have to keep a coat on most of the day. And then here comes that cold front with that chance of storms just briefly Saturday evening. Out of the picture, we get to warm up then Tuesday into Wednesday, and then we start to drop off again Thursday into Friday. Is that kind of an effect of kind of doing the lower voice to make it sound
lower temperatures?
Cold, lower temperatures.
Yeah.
I need some help.
Upper 40s, we'll still take that.
Yeah.
It could be worse.
Yes, it could.